My glasses are crooked. I gotta get some new glasses. Hey, hi, it's Genesisn't. I'm Eric Allen. I'm here with Joe Drilling.
That's me. Ain't I a stinker?
The lampshade is in the background. There's enough light from my monitor to reflect off that. But I'm not turning the light on because it's fucking messy in here. Anyway, tonight I'm going to be playing Bugs Bunny in Double Trouble because, I don't know, I just picked something at random, basically.
What's up, Doc?
Oh, I see. Bugs Bunny is also here. I'm curious, Mr. Bunny, what do you feel? How do you feel about this particular video game interpretation of your life?
Well, you see, Doc, it all started.
Stop. Probe Entertainment.
Probe Entertainment. Probe is actually not a bad developer. They did the Mortal Kombat port.
Yeah, supposedly this has like digitized 3D graphics.
The box art certainly makes you want.
The box art looks very bad.
That box art is garbage. My goodness.
A to fire, B to jump, C to run action. All right, let's go. Sleepy Bugs. Are you sexting someone, Joe? I can hear you typing a lot in the background.
I'm sexting all of our lovely Twitter
At
followers.
last,
so
my giant
know.
carrot serum works. A brain for my robot. Fetch Gossamer. Fetch. What? Yipes.
Gossamer's the.
Yeah, I know, but just the dialogue is very poorly written and not entirely clear. This is like one of those bad 70s.
Your Yosemite Sam voice is real bad.
Duck, rabbit, duck. I didn't do this one before, have I? No,
that was Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday.
We did Porky Pig, and we did I found some glue. I found some shoes. And we did that Garfield game. That was what I was actually thinking of. Because Porky Pig, I think, is a Super Nintendo game.
Porky Pig is a Super Nintendo game. We did that for the Halloween thing 2 years ago.
Oh.
I think.
I can pick up and throw this glue. Must be that's a timer of some kind. Bugs is thinking about Daffy Duck. Am I supposed to catch Daffy in the glue? Oh, I lost my shoes.
I don't know. Do you put the glue in the shoes, and then when he tries to wear the shoes, he gets stuck to the ground?
Nope, I stuck him with the glue. Oh, he got free. He's following me around. Oh, he's doing damage to me.
Yeah, what's up with that? And it looks like in the upper right, it looks like Elmer Fudd is.
Yeah, they picked up a watch that must do like a.
So is this a race? Or are you just supposed to like outrace him to the end of the level?
I don't know.
And like you glue him so you can get away from him faster? I don't really get what's going on here.
This game is too complicated for me. There's some carrots here. Can I not do anything with these?
Also, the graphics are actually pretty good. Like I thought they were. I was
bad.
Worried it was going to be like Donkey or
like
Bugs Bunny by way of Donkey Kong Country, and that would be like not a great way to represent classic animated characters.
Oh, there's a squirrel or something. Joe, I don't really know what's happening.
Was that a squirrel or was that?
One of those.
Was that Henry Chickenhawk or?
Oh, maybe. I guess I died. Continue. Televisor. Exit. What's televisor?
Can you pick the levels from that television?
Oh, bully for bugs. Duck. Okay, I have 2 to pick from. Let's try this other level. What?
I remember this cartoon.
Do you remember Bugs getting mule kicked up in the air and then grabbing a parachuting stick of dynamite?
I don't think he gets mule kicked in the air in the cartoon. He gets gored into the air, and then the bull like waits for him to come down.
It's like there's all these items in the background that are flashing, but I don't know how I'm supposed to interact
with
them.
Right, like that's like the Rube Goldberg machine Bugs does to get the bull at the end, right? Like he runs up the ramp and slips on it, and the glue brushes on his stomach, and then the sandpaper goes on, and then it lights the match, which starts the big thing of TNT. But I don't really get how it's like. Is there like a Fatal Fury style like plane switching button that you can hit or something? You jump into the background.
At this dash.
Can you break open the rabbit holes that have the wood
Maybe.
over them?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe I can hit those with the dynamite. That's a good thinking. Yeah, it made a noise when I landed that time, so I bet that's what it is. Nope, it didn't do anything.
Weird.
Never mind. Let's try again.
Coffee's
Okay,
here.
no, it did. Got it that time. I got it that time.
I am here.
Oh, I went down the rabbit hole.
Haven't we all?
Oh, man. Now it's all dark. Found some shoes. What?
Oh, I see. You have to collect all the items to go. Why is Looney the lion down there? That doesn't make any sense. You can ask him how many
sandpaper.
lumps.
Nope.
Yeah, it seems like you
God.
maybe you have to find all the items to build the Rube Goldberg machine. Maybe you have
Looks
to get
like
the
that.
sandpaper and the grease and the glue and the TNT. So this game looks good, but it doesn't look good.
That's
You know what I
slimy
mean?
page. Whoops. Nope. Nope. Fuck. Nope. Hit the switch, idiot. There it goes. Yeah, there's something off about the animation and stuff.
Yeah, this is one of those games where, you know, there have been games throughout history where the people who made them were so enamored with their ability to do certain complex animations that like
Right.
that was prioritized over the game actually being fun.
Well, it's just like
What was there's a game I'm thinking of that I played not that long ago where I saw somebody talking about where it's like a basic thing, like a duck or an attack or something has like 2 more frames of animation than you would think it needs, and it
Yeah.
like fucks up your ability to really like play the game.
yeah, it's very slippery.
Well, he like splays out when he stops running.
Yeah.
It looks like, you know, and that looks like it doesn't really help if you're trying to avoid an
Well, I
obstacle.
keep bumping my head on that ceiling also.
That jump looks terrible. Like, that's a dick move, whoever designed that jump. Also, the way that the screen tracks when you change directions is
Yeah,
like
it
almost
sucks.
making me motion sick.
Yeah.
It's like, can you run? Do you have a run button where you can run and jump over that
think so.
gap? Or
I got that dash. Maybe I can dash across? There we go. Okay. Makes like Tweety Bird sounds when you bump your head on the ceiling.
that makes sense.
Ugh. I really only need to hear that once, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Bugs Bunny, I think the Crazy Castle games aren't that bad. Some people hate them. That's probably the best. Those are probably the best games that Bugs Bunny has been in that I can think of off the top of my head. I can't think of any others where I was like, oh yeah, no, there's actually this really good Bugs Bunny game. Actually, wasn't there was a sports game?
Looney Tunes basketball?
Yeah, Looney Tunes B-Ball. That was decent,
That's
wasn't
okay.
it?
Yeah, like as far as an NBA Jam clone goes, it's the same.
But with
it ain't
Looney
bad.
Tunes characters. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's see what's down this hole.
I would certainly say that in the battle of, you know, Looney Tunes versus Disney, in the video game realm, Disney definitely has the advantage on that.
Yeah,
On that front.
I think that's a fair assessment.
There are a lot more good Disney games than good Looney Tunes games. Although I feel like you said that Porky's Haunted Holiday wasn't that bad when you played.
I mean, it's not. It isn't horrible. I wouldn't say that it's good. Ugh, the fact that the use button is also the dash button sucks ass.
That is a poor decision, especially when you have a controller that has 3 buttons on it.
Right.
At least minimum 3 buttons. But judging by the
Well, like
box
this
art
A
here, I'm
button
going to say
doesn't
that
always do stuff either, which sucks.
that's annoying.
It looks like I might be only missing one thing now.
I don't know. So, Coffee, we were gonna do Boat Murder, but you weren't around. We didn't want to do Boat Murder without you, so next week, I guess.
What's up, buddy?
Next week it's Boat Murder in time. So yeah, those crazy castle games, they're only Bugs Bunny games in the US. Everywhere else there's something else.
So there is a what's this, that other Super Nintendo Looney Tunes game isn't so bad.
The Speedy Gonzales one is not good.
No,
the
no,
Roadrunner one is not good.
It's a Bugs Bunny one. It's I can't remember what it's called now. It's Looney Tunes
Space
something.
Jam.
No, not Space Jam.
That's on the PlayStation actually, and I don't think that game's very good.
Isn't there a 3DO version of that Space Jam game?
Is there? I don't know. Let's
was.
find out. I'm gonna go to Moby Games and check out all these claims and more. Let's find out.
Maybe Sega Saturn or something?
Well, Space Jam was Saturn and PlayStation.
Okay.
At least. It might have been DOS, PlayStation, and Saturn.
Okay.
Let's see. That might get us to...
It's awful.
Let me just go to other game groups that...
Why?
Part of the following groups. Looney Tunes licensees. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, that's the ticket.
That's not a Looney Tunes reference. Game over. Oh no.
So the very first game with a Looney Tunes license. Anybody know it? Anybody want to guess? Very first game.
Atari something.
It was Atari. It was Taz.
Okay.
For Atari. There's a Taz.
Actually,
game
you know what? That Taz game for Super Nintendo and Genesis isn't horrible.
Oh yeah, that was based on like his
really
own
good,
show, right?
But it's all right. I mean, it's a Looney Tunes character.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, let's see. We had the Roadrunner arcade game, which was then ported to NES and stuff. Like that game's fine. Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle, I think, is pretty okay. Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout is kind of like a crappy Mario clone. The Bugs Bunny Harebrained Adventure for DOS from High Tech Expressions, who you may know as the people behind Mega Man on DOS. I'm gonna guess this is not a good. That looks terrible. My God, that looks awful. Let's see, Roadrunner, Daffy Duck PI on DOS. That sounds also from High Tech Expressions. Roadrunner's Death. So first Super Nintendo Looney Tunes game was Roadrunner Death Valley Rally, which is not very good.
It's not good.
Tasmania, which is fine. The Genesis version is better. The Super Nintendo game is almost like a racing game, kind of. The Genesis one is straight
you
up
run around and collect kiwis. It's weird.
Right.
It's okay.
Let's see. Tiny Toon. Well, I don't know why Tiny Toons is on this list. I mean, I guess they're kind of Looney Tunes characters.
I mean, they're Looney Tunes babies.
I guess.
But then I guess I wouldn't put Muppet Babies on the list of Muppets things.
Right. Daffy Duck: The Marvin Missions for Super NES.
Okay.
That's a Duck Dodgers thing. I don't think I ever even played that one. Speedy
really
Gonzales and Los Gatos Banditos. That game sucks.
I'm really not clear what I'm supposed to be doing in this level.
Looney Tunes B-Ball, Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage. Is that the game you're thinking of?
Yes, that's the one I'm thinking of. It's not horrible. I mean, it's probably...
I mean, it looks good.
Am I supposed to be making Daffy chase me through the level?
I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, Rabbit Rampage definitely looks the part. I've never played it, and I recall.
It's okay. It isn't, you know.
And there was Acme Animation Factory,
Mm-hmm.
which was like Mario Paint, but less feature-rich. And I think that might be... Oh, no. Then Porky's Haunted Holiday. And I think that might be the last Super NES Looney Tunes game.
Oh, shit, there's a lot of Looney Tunes games.
There's a lot of Looney Tunes games. That was the last... Yeah, that was the last... That was the last Super NES. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. There's 82 according to Moby Games. There are 82. And that doesn't count like if the same game has versions on multiple platforms. So 82 separate titles, and then adding another version is probably well over.
I'm down here. Wait, I'm right here. Come here, moron. I don't know. I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Me neither.
Oh, hit that. Hit that.
Let's talk about how ugly that box art is some more, though, man. That is...
What are you talking about? You know what's a bad Looney Tunes game? The N64 Looney Tunes game.
Which one is that?
I can't remember what it's called, but it's fucking hot shit garbage. It is a very bad Nintendo 64 platformer. I think there's a Road Runner Wile E. Coyote PlayStation game.
Well, there's one featuring Ralph Wolf and Sam the Sheepdog. That one's supposed to be actually pretty good, from what I understand.
Well, it might have been okay back then, but not so much these days. It's
Sheep
like a stealth
Raider,
game.
I think, is that what it's called?
It's like a stealth game.
Duck Dodgers, starring Daffy Duck, and Taz Express are the two N64 Looney Tunes games. And Taz Express...
Fuck.
Taz Express was only available in PAL territories. I mean, they're from... that was when Infogrames had the Looney Tunes license. So
I guess I'm supposed to be... So there's a counter at the top that corresponds to the number of those rabbit season signs.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm supposed to make Daffy touch them all to turn them into duck season signs before the timer runs out. And then I have to use this
AI
to
is
stop him.
garbage, so he doesn't.
This isn't fun. This is not. This is bad. I mean, I guess that what they're trying to do is like gameplay interpretations of like these classic Looney Tunes skits, right?
Right.
Which is admirable. Like,
right.
Like that's a goal that I can get behind. Like it's a thing that, if you're trying to do that within, especially within the confines of a platformer, like okay, that's a high degree of difficulty. It seems like the easier thing to do would just be to, come on, you fucker! I'm right here. I'm over here. Come here. Nope. Hey. There we go.
There are several stages based on Duck Rabbit Duck, Bully for Bugs, Nighty Night Bugs, Harabian Nights, Spaced Out Bunny, Mad as a Mars Hare, and Hairway to the Stars. There's one other level called Haunted Hare, which has elements of Bewitched Bunny and Hair-Raising Hare.
Okay.
Which one is Bewitched Bunny? Oh, that's the one with Witch Hazel.
Ugh. I don't like this game. Spoiler for the end of the show. I think I'm supposed to use the spring pad, but I'm not. Okay, there we go. Look at this caterpillar. Oh my god, look at this cat. Whoa, hold on a second. Look at this fucking caterpillar. Look at that thing. It looks like it's from a different video game. It looks like it's...
Yeah, it does.
It looks like
it's from Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it's from Donkey Kong Country or Killer Instinct or something. Clay Fighter.
It doesn't look... I don't know about that.
Doesn't look that bad. I'm not entirely sure how to activate these jump pads either. Also, why do I have to make the duck touch the signs as change them to ducks? Why can't I just change the signs myself?
Because you've convinced him. That's not how the gag works.
I know, but none of this is how the gag works.
Apparently, the final line in Bewitched Bunny was altered in the 1980s.
From?
So that's the one where he tricks Witch Hazel into turning into a girl bunny. Mm-hmm. And the original line was him saying, "But ain't they all witches inside?" And that was changed to him saying, "Who wants to be home? Who wants to be alone on Halloween?" And now it's been changed back, I guess.
Okay.
To the original, at least on the DVD versions and stuff. So.
Oh, I have to start all over at the beginning? Nuh-uh. All right, we're done.
I'd say we can be done.
We're
It's been
done
like
with
25
that.
minutes.
We're done with that game. It's only been 20 minutes, but
Or whatever.
we're done with that.
It feels
game.
like it's been at least
That
25.
game. Genesis is not very good. It's Genesis.
A licensed
Isn't
game, the 16-bit
something
era,
that
was
you
not very good.
should play. What a pile of garbage. Like I said, I appreciate. I have at least some appreciation for an attempt to translate clever wordplay into a platformer, but that's not. I'm not sure that that's a worthwhile goal. You know.
I think it gets a lot of garbage, but I actually think the Three Stooges game might be the best way to carry off something like that and just do a bunch of mini games that are like kind of themed around the thing. And actually, I was going to say there's one Looney Tunes game that kind of managed to pull that off, and it was Duck Amuck for the DS.
Yeah,
it wasn't great, but it was like, it was a bunch of mini games based around the idea of torturing Daffy in the same way that he is in Duck Amuck, which is a great cartoon. My favorite short cartoon, in fact. So, all right. Well, we'll be back next week with Boat Murder, hopefully. And we'll be back in a few minutes with a stream of something else.
Nope, I don't want to set controls. What are you doing? Oh, this is options. That's
no, unless we're playing Rabbit Rampage, then
it's like some kind of weird buzzing going on. This game looks more like a Looney Tunes thing than that other one. The background's a lot more going on.
It's apparently running at 60 frames per second, according to the frame counter you have set up for. I don't know if this is B-SNES or Z-SNES or which emulator you're
SNES 9X,
using.
I think.
That's SNES 9X.
It's also clicking a lot, which is very annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, I can throw pies.
I like that he has weird idle animations. That's cool. That's always fun.
He's looking at you. I don't know. This is better than that other game. I don't know about the music. I don't know why it's clicking. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. We'll be back next week with something.